When a narcissist feels threatened by you, this is what they do to defame your character. In a world strikingly similar to our own, there are people among us who embody the traits of narcissism. They possess a unique ability to manipulate situations and use cunning tactics, twisting the truth and evading responsibility for their own actions. Narcissists typically employ two strategies when they feel threatened by others. The first of these is known as deflection. Envision this. An invisible arrow representing guilt or blame is heading towards a narcissist. They possess the skill to redirect that arrow, ensuring it lands on someone else instead of themselves. Whether it's friends, family members, or strangers, a narcissist excels at making others bear the burden of their own shortcomings. By doing so, they maintain control and divert attention from their own misdeeds. The second technique in a narcissist's arsenal is projection. Rather than using mirrors to reflect upon themselves, narcissists weaponize them to cast their own flaws onto those around them. Consequently, those in their proximity find themselves at the receiving end of harsh accusations and criticism. Partners, friends, and even their own children can become the target of these damaging projections, oftentimes involving dishonesty and deceit. As you read these examples, think about how this behavior might affect the individuals in the narcissist's life. Are there any instances in which you've witnessed or experienced something similar? In the narcissist's world, envy and resentment run rampant but are rarely acknowledged. To protect their egos and uphold their image, they employ deflection and projection as manipulative tactics. In this video, we'll focus on deflection and the language they use to steer conversations away from themselves. Before diving into their ploys, I'd like to extend a warm welcome and express my gratitude for your engagement with this video. Additionally, you might benefit from my complimentary course titled Narcissism 101: Early Warning Signs, Escaping the Trap, and Rebuilding Your Life. If you're interested, please find the link provided in the description box below. Here are some statements covert narcissists may use to redirect blame towards you. This list is by no means exhaustive, but it captures many commonly used phrases. One such disclaimer is, "I never said that." Despite being certain they made the statement, they aim to make you question your own recollections. They work to persuade you that your perceptions are flawed, even if they did not directly state it. For this reason, it's essential to remain vigilant around these elusive individuals. Even in the face of truth, they will persist in lying, gaslighting, and denying. Narcissists are adept at concealing the truth in order to maintain their pristine reputation at your expense. They say this with the assumption that, inevitably, it will result in a he said, she said scenario. We often find ourselves in situations where others choose to side with the narcissist and believe that we are the ones fabricating lies, despite the cracks in their carefully crafted facade. When interacting with a narcissist, their targeted subject commonly blames themselves for any wrongdoing to avoid experiencing cognitive dissonance, doubting the intent behind the narcissist's statements. Narcissists often use the phrase, "I'm sorry you feel that way," as a tactic to deflect the criticism of their behavior. The narcissist believes that the targeted subject's perspective is inaccurate, invalidating their feelings and denying any responsibility. However, the true intention behind this method is to shift blame to others for the narcissist's wrongdoings. It's essential to maintain self-control and not become emotionally reactive in response to the narcissist's tactics. A phrase commonly used by a narcissist to divert blame is, "You are too sensitive, lighten up." If confronted with accusations of insensitivity or other negative qualities, the narcissist may respond with this deflective statement. They may attempt to hide their envy, hostility, or resentment through humor and playful conversation. When confronted, they could use this phrase to shame the targeted subject into retreating their statements. In some instances, the narcissist might even label the targeted subject as a liar or exaggerator. Narcissists often dismiss the feelings and concerns of those around them, insisting that they've done nothing wrong. They suggest that others need to control their impulses and emotions. However, in reality, narcissists are fully aware of their actions and their intended effects. They deliberately aim to harm others while trying to mask their behavior. In situations where the targeted subject speaks up, The narcissist may attempt to twist the situation to make it appear that the targeted individual is responsible for the conflict. They may insist that everything started off as harmless and fun until the targeted subject became involved. Covert narcissists might be pleased with any argument in which an external authority validates their position. These individuals view validation from strangers as higher than validation from loved ones. When confronted with this, they'll deny it, but instead blame the targeted subject for underestimating their worth. They create a narrative in which the targeted individual is the sole problem, making it seem as though others have no issue with their behavior. Narcissists tend to shift the blame away from themselves and onto others, making it seem as if the problem is with the person accusing them. They aim to make the targeted subject question themselves or feel guilty, even though they're the ones at fault. It's crucial to confront the narcissist directly and assert your innocence, laughing off their attempts to avoid responsibility. Once you've confirmed that you are not in the wrong, it's best to disengage from the situation to avoid continuing involvement in the conversation. It's essential to avoid accepting blame that the narcissist may attempt to place on you and to recognize their deceptive behaviors. Please feel free to share any additional evasion tactics that you may have encountered in the comments section below. I appreciate your support. And if you found this video helpful and engaging, please share it with your loved ones and subscribe to my channel to be the first to receive updates on the latest content published. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you found it insightful.
So everyone, today we just learned more about the behavior of narcissists. As you know, narcissists are people who exhibit manipulative behavior in trying to twist the truth and deflect blame whenever they feel threatened by others. In this video, we also learned two techniques used by narcissists, and they are deflection and projection. Deflection is when the narcissist reroutes the focus of a conversation from themselves to someone else. They excel at making others bear the burden of their shortcomings, and by doing so, they maintain control while diverting attention from their own misdeeds. Narcissists also weaponize mirrors to cast their flaws onto those around them. This technique is called projection. Consequently, those in their proximity find themselves at the receiving end of harsh accusation and criticism. This often leads to dishonesty and deceit. Covert narcissists use phrases that redirect blame towards others. They insist on gaslighting and denying even when faced with the truth. Narcissists use language such as "I never said that" to make the targeted person question their perceptions. This is just a technique for them to maintain their pristine reputation at the expense of others. To deflect criticism on their behavior, narcissists often use the phrase, "I'm sorry that you feel that way." This statement invalidates the feelings of the targeted subject while denying any responsibility. Narcissists employ humor and playful conversation to hide their envy, hostility, or resentment to shame the targeted subject into retreating their statements. They label the subject as a liar or exaggerator. Narcissists dismiss the feelings and concerns of those around them, insisting that they have done nothing wrong. They insist that others need to control their impulses and emotions. When confronted with the accusation that they shift blame, they accuse the targeted individual of controlling the situation. Covert narcissists prefer validation from strangers to those who love them. So, when confronted, they will deny it, but instead blame the targeted subject for underestimating their worth. In conclusion, when dealing with narcissists, it is crucial to know their manipulative tactics. As a targeted subject, it's essential to confront the narcissist directly, assert your innocence, and avoid accepting blame that they may try to place on you. The behavior of a narcissist is complex, but always remember to trust your instincts, be aware of the tactics they use, and do not let their behavior control your life. If you found this video insightful, please do share it with your loved ones and subscribe to the channel for the latest content on the channel. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope you found it helpful. And until next time, have a nice day, guys.